What's going on? It's your boy, Beefy Short but Fat Dick here. I'm not gonna try to ear rape that because last time I did that, it cut out and only caught Fat Dick on there, and I was like, bruh, whatever. And my apologies for only doing FIFA gameplay in this. It's one of the 3 games I can play because my Xbox Live doesn't work. Or one of the 2 games I play because my Xbox Live ran out, and the only other game I can play is Minecraft, and I don't know what to build, so like I'm just doing FIFA. But today I'm basically talking about how tonight was fucking wild. So basically this starts because I wanted to go apply to get a job at like this ice cream place and then this clothing store. I ended up getting my friend Jason to drive me, and we typically hang out sometimes. I know it's quarantine and we gotta stay safe and stay inside and stay clean, but like that's just boring, so we just end up going and like driving around and just hanging out and shit. And like we had planned to go spray painting one of these days, and like we had planned that for a while. So like tonight we're like, fuck it. It's like Walmart closes at like 8 or 8:30, so we're like at this point it was like 5:45. So we're like, fuck it, we'll pick up our friend Daniel and we'll go buy spray paint and go spray paint, because we had been wanting to do that for a while. And there's a place called the Fabrication Yard, and it's like known for being able to spray paint whatever the fuck you want there. And so we're like, yeah, screw it, alright, we're gonna spray paint because yeah. And basically we spray paint for like 45 minutes ish, until both paint cans run out, because we only brought 2 even though there was 3 of us. And towards the end of it, like there was a helicopter flying above us and we'd hear police cars go by, and we're like, fuck, that's kind of strange, the amount. Like, it's not illegal to spray paint here. Like, this is one of the places it's legal. Like, we should be fine. So, like, I'm like, fuck, okay, this is a little strange. And we basically, are like, fuck, we're out of spray paint. I basically spray painted a bunch of things that said Fiddler, sick shit, or, like, something. Like, some stupid shit. And like that's all I would do, is just tag shit with like Fiddler or some shit, because it's my favorite band and it means fucking dog lives at risk. So like basically we get done and cops are still going by. And the way I just hit the microphone, but the way we got there was we went over the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge. Now that's like the big arch bridge in Dallas. Like it looks like a giant white arch. So like yeah, we took that bridge. It's like kind of famous in Dallas. And basically like when we took it here, like it was fine. There was a couple cars on it, sure, but it's like it was normal. And we're like, fuck, okay, there's a couple cops around, but like no big deal. I mean, the riots are going on and like protesters and shit, but like it's fine. And like, you know, obviously, you know, with the whole riots and protesting going on, and like, you know, I'm gonna break my story real quick. I don't care what your view is on that shit. It's fine. I'm not gonna judge. It's not a big deal to me, because it's like, you know, you view what you view, that's fine. I don't really mind. Doesn't offend me. So the main idea is just to stay safe, because, you know, you don't want to get killed out there. So it's just important to stay safe, I guess. Stay smart. That's like the main idea of this. But anyway, back to the story. So like we like on the way there it's fine, and even on the way back, for like we were like, yeah, you know, we're gonna oh, I wanted to take the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge back so we could go down, like go look around, or like not look around, but like go around downtown, because I wanted to see if we could see any riots, or like if we could see any protesters and stuff, or like any broken out windows or shit. And the highway would be kind of, or I hit the microphone again, but would be like a bit of a, I would think would be a bit of a smart idea, because you know we're gonna be going 70 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour. So like, if someone tries to fuck with us, they're gonna have to shoot us. And I don't think a protester out there or a rioter will have a gun, because they pull that shit, someone's gonna shoot them. That was dark, but like, it was and we don't get in the turning lane, so we end up having to go to the bridge north of it. And it's like, that bridge is known for like people doing donuts and speeding down it. And while we're on that bridge, like out the right side window, you can see the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge. And there's like maybe one cop on it, and we think they're just busting someone for speeding or some shit. And we get to the end of the bridge we're on, and we're like, fuck, okay, let's go on the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge, because that one will take us through downtown and we'll get to see shit. And not to take part in it, but just like to see what's going on, because honestly the view from that from like the highway in downtown is honestly really pretty in my opinion, and like a lot of people also think it's pretty. So like they're like, yeah, it's not a big deal. But as we turn around, which is not but 30 seconds later, might I add, like 30 seconds after we see there being like maybe one cop on the main bridge, and what we saw was like at least 50 cops to 100 cops lined on the bridge. Like, it was just a straight line of like cop lights, and we're like, holy fuck, like, this is nuts, this is crazy. Like, this wasn't here but like 30 seconds ago. So we decided, we're gonna drive back and see if we can drive across the bridge, or if they're just blocking out one lane or some shit. But no, we're literally like, we get there and there's people blocking cop cars blocking the bridge, and two cops holding like machine guns, or like not machine guns, but like auto rifles and shit. And we're like, oh my fuck, like either auto rifles, auto riot guns, or like some shit. And we're like, oh fuck, this is serious, like shit. And so we decided to pull off to the pedestrian bridge, which is right next to the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge, because it used to be an old train bridge and now it's made for walking. And we're like, all right, well, look from there, because people typically are just there to watch, they're not gonna do shit. And like, for the most part we were right. And like, we get there and I'm telling them, now listen, if you hear someone start shooting, use one of your arms to cover like right above your eyes, and look down. Like, look down where you can still see where you're going, but like look down and run. Like, you don't want to get hit or like shot by like rubber bullets or something. But we're like, okay, this is nuts. There's a like army type helicopter flying around with a light on. And the only reason we were able to know what it was an army type one is because our friend Daniel, he's going into the Marines, so he's like been taught all that stuff, apparently. But like, we're like, okay, this is actually serious. And we get to the point where it's like, we're sitting there and we're hearing people like, we're like, what the alright, what's the deal? Why are there so many cops here? There's like cop vans, there's a fire truck that went by, there's like vans, like police vans. We're like, alright, what gives? And finally we get to a point, or actually no, we're walking on one side of the bridge, and there's like, we were walking on the south side of the bridge. I'm saying south because I'm not going to say left or right, because that could be any side of it. But we were on the south side of the bridge, and there were like a group of 4 cops, and they were yelling, get on the other side of the bridge. And I know why they were yelling. I'm not going to be like, oh, they were being assholes, but like, I know why. It's the only way you're gonna get people to listen is being like, get on the other side of the bridge. And there was 3 cops and 1 army dude. So like, we're like, oh fuck. Like, okay, this is serious. So we just got yelled at by like a police officer and an army dude. Like, okay. And finally we get far enough down and we see, oh shit, there's a group of like 300 people getting arrested. That's what this is about. And they're lining them up, and they had them in like the DART buses, because we use DART trains and DART buses. They had like 300 people like getting out of them, and they were arresting them. And we're like, oh fuck, like this is serious. We're witnessing history right now. Like, call that a cliche or some bullshit, but we're literally witnessing history right now. Like, but yeah, we're like, okay, this is actually serious. And we're just sitting there like watching these people get arrested. And then I sit there and I like run in, I like ask some dude like, so what the fuck is going on? Are they like just arresting some shit? Or like some people? And like, is that what's going on? And he's like, yeah, I think so. Like, you know, he's like around my age, like 16, 17. So he's like, yeah, I think so. Like, maybe that's what it is. And I'm like, okay. And then finally, like, the helicopter that has the lights on, like, stroll by, and we see the back, and there's people sitting on like the side of the bridge. So we're like, okay, yeah, they're arresting these people. Like, okay, this is serious. And then like we're standing there, and it's me, my friend Daniel, and my friend Jason. And then the light comes on us, and we're like, okay, we gotta leave. Because it's like, we weren't trying to take part in that shit. We just were like, ah, shit, what's happening? We want to see. Like, now the helicopter's lights are on us. We're like, yeah, we're leaving. Like, fuck this. And I was sitting there like, no. Let's stay. But like, like my friend Jason, his friend was watching like the news live. And they were like, yeah, they're going to arrest everyone on that bridge and everyone on the pedestrian bridge. You gotta go, or you're going to get arrested. And I'm like, you know, I'm not trying to get arrested for no reason. We're just watching this shit and like looking at it because we're intrigued. So like, I'm not gonna try to get arrested. And so like, yeah, it was nuts. And like, I was telling them, if we hear a boom, because like we were walking back at that point, I was like, you know, if we hear a boom, run. Me and Rios will run, because like, me and Rios are slightly faster. And we're like, me and Rios will run. Rios will grab the keys and drive up and get you. Like, we're getting the fuck out of here. You know, we hear a boom, or like see someone drop, and like everyone just runs. Like, we're getting the fuck out of here if that happens. And it was nuts. And my friend Daniel, granted, God bless him, he's a really like nice dude, but like he's really right wing. He's really like Republican. So like it's just like me and Jason typically we jokingly call him a gym douche, because he's like, he likes the gym, he's going to the Marines and shit. And we call him a political douche because, no offense, but he kinda is. So like, we're like, okay, fuck, this is nuts. Alright, that's crazy. Like, we're getting out of here. And I'm just sitting there ranting, like, dude, we just watched history go down right in front of us. This is nuts. We're gonna be telling our grandkids about, or like our nieces and nephews about this. This is the stuff our children will be seeing in their 3rd grade history books. This is nuts. And yeah, we ended up driving home and having a good ass conversation about it. And that's about where this ends, because nothing interesting after that happened. But yeah, this literally happened not but like a couple hours ago. So I hope you enjoyed it. The main idea of this is just, don't get yourself caught up in either side of it. I mean, you can support either side, I don't give a shit. But like, don't get caught up in it. Just stay home, stay safe. Eat ass, smoke grass, live fast, all that bullshit. And yeah, God bless you.